How's it going, Lyndan fans? Welcome to my brand new weekly series. It's called Lyndan Subscriptions, and I've done an episode of this before, but now we're doing it every Friday. And basically what the show is I watch a video from my subscriptions that I haven't yet seen. So today we're watching the Endgame Honest trailer. I know that this video will contain spoilers to Endgame. I'm not going to be cutting out any of the spoilers. So you're watching this video at your own risk. You have been warned. Okay, time to watch the people that suggested it. And I might even be in this list, who knows, let's have a look. Nope.
Presented by the boys, taking the fight to superheroes.
I don't know what that was, what that movie is, but yeah, that was in the last trailer as well.
Watch now, only on Amazon Prime Video.
I don't want to watch it. Oh good, thanks man. Let's go.
After 21 MCU movies,
Yep.
Prepare for the final conclusion of the Infinity Saga.
Thanos.
And also part 2 of Infinity War, penultimate film of Phase 3, intro to Phase 4,
That's
and
true.
backdoor pilot for about 3 Disney Plus shows.
What an awesome series. I mean, seriously, how good was Endgame? It's such a good way to end the whole thing.
You remember when movies just, ended, and then your imagination had to take over? Ugh, sounds exhausting. Avengers.
That's very true. Because like nowadays, all movies are franchises.
The most successful crowd-pleasing global film franchise is back. But
Yes,
since
it
Life on Earth
is.
sucks now, it's all about grief. Loss.
Lost again.
Guilt.
It's supposed to
Hulk.
be me.
Depression.
Are you crying?
No,
And despair.
Thor doesn't cry.
Should have killed all of us.
Because today's escapist fantasy isn't becoming a superhero. It's going back to fix your mistakes instead of scraping by in the waking nightmare of your own
Yeah, it
failure.
sure is.
Did I do a time heist on my life? 5 years have passed since half the population vanished. Or
That's-
as introverts call it, winning the lottery.
Could you imagine just people disappearing randomly for 5 years? That would be insane, bro.
Baseball remains unpopular. Culture got frozen in 2017. And an
Oh, that's so true.
actor shortage has forced directors to cast themselves.
I cried just before dessert.
Now, the Avengers must band
Oh,
together
yeah.
to do what every big franchise does.
They
when
time
they write
travel.
themselves into a corner. Time travel base where they store all the movie's closure.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Him and his dad from the... That would be weird, man. Meeting your dad, he doesn't even know who you are. Because it was before you were born.
Demand you lose someone you love, or at least your work bestie, and a daring raid to justify the existence of Thor: The Dark World in a plot held together by a whole bunch of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff they'll try to explain 100 times.
Yeah.
Either it's all a joke or none of it is.
None of it's a joke. Now explain yourself.
If you travel to the past, that past becomes your future.
Such a weird freaking Hulk. I mean, what? He's like a human, but he's like still Hulk.
Present becomes the past, which can't now be changed by your new future.
Now explain it again with a visual aid.
The Infinity Stones create what you experience as the flow of time. Remove one of the stones, and that flow splits.
Now explain it again, but simpler.
We're not trying to stop something I'm going to do in our time. We're trying to
They just
undo
don't do
something I've already done in theirs.
Even simpler.
Changing the past doesn't change the future.
You know, maybe time travel's a paradox, no matter how it gets justified.
That's true.
See? Reunite.
Was that Captain
Marvel
America?
heroes who aren't clogging up an air filter somewhere.
Aw, he
like
died.
Iron Man, who's really matured since Iron Man 1, but is still the a-hole who'd rather die than let someone else get the last word.
I am.
Inevitable. I am Iron Man.
Captain America, who after
That was such a shocking scene, my god. Like when you... that one moment where you think Thanos has won, and then he doesn't.
spending a decade in the present day, has learned to curse,
Son of a bitch. Oh, you gotta be me.
lie,
Oh, here we go, they fight each other. That was an
and look
awesome
at guys' butts.
scene.
That is American.
See, here we go, guys. Here's a question for you, right? If one of the Captain Americas killed each other, right? Would that have been murder or suicide? Let me know in the comments below what you guys think.
Thor, who it's okay to make fat jokes about, because he's also suffering from a very realistic post-traumatic stress disorder.
What do you think is...
Hawkeye, who deals with the loss of his family by having a very cyberpunk midlife crisis.
Such a
Ant-Man,
shocking
who,
scene.
thanks to the internet's brain poisoning,
It's a shocking
gets a
opening
letdown
scene.
every time he's not inside Thanos' ass.
Flick me.
Black Widow, who finally gets a primary storyline in one of these movies, killing herself to motivate the boys.
We have to make it worth it.
At least you can tell the passage of time by her hair. And Captain Marvel, who's so powerful, the movie desperately finds excuses to leave her out.
The things that are happening on Earth are happening everywhere. So you might not see me for a long time.
Until he comes up with an excuse to bring her in.
Yeah.
So Marvel can finally have her lead the first all-female Avengers team-up shot. Woo! Maybe Marvel will let them team up together in a sequel? Ugh. Okay, maybe this again in the background of the Loki show. Remember Thanos, the MCU's
Yeah, because you're bringing out a show about Loki soon.
most complex and motivated villain yet. He did. And taking his
Like
place
killed him in
is
like the
old
first 5
Thanos.
minutes.
New old Thanos. Younger old Thanos? You know, the version that doesn't let anyone else do all the work.
Find the stones.
What will you do?
Wait.
Who steals his evil plans from Spaceballs.
Reduce to atoms.
You used them 2 days ago.
What the hell am I looking at? When does this happen in the movie?
Now.
What did you do to them?
Nothing. Yet.
Go back to then.
When?
Now.
Now?
Now.
I can't.
Why?
We missed it.
When? Just now.
And who commands a faceless CGI army, the likes of which we have never seen before.
Oh,
since
yeah.
his last 2 faceless CGI armies. But whatever. Watching him fight Thundercat was the best moment of my life. And I'm including the birth of my children, guys. Sorry, kids. You're just not worthy of my time and attention. So in a world where everyone hates Game of Thrones now.
What was that?
And I'm including the birth of my children, guys. Sorry, kid. Watching him fight Thundercat was the best moment of my life. And I'm including the birth of my children, guys. Sorry, kids. You're just not worthy of my time and attention.
Jesus Christ.
So
That's
in a
rough.
world where everyone hates Game of Thrones now.
We
Everyone's
have time to
worried
remember
about
this.
Star Wars. And J.K. Rowling won't stop crapping on the floor of her legacy. It's a minor miracle we got a satisfying conclusion to a global nerd franchise. I love you 2.8 billion.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Click here to check out my new series, Lyndan's Reddit, or click there to check out my latest little quo. Click here to check out my last Lyndan subscriptions, and I'll see you guys next Friday for the next episode, and I promise it won't be a Marvel on the trailer. I'll see you guys on Sunday for the quo! Or will I?